us eventually planned by doing it one at a time to give them the individual credit they deserve. But when we called Mel, he said, we did it as a team before, we're going up together. So they're going up together tonight.
It was a night of sharing and caring here for the Cougars. They retired two numbers, Roland Minson and Mel Hutchins from the 1951 team that did so well in the NIT back when that was the major tournament.
You men here, especially the basketball team, I want you to be as lucky as we were on our basketball team. Every one of us found some girl that didn't know any better that said yes to us. Cohen's got a lot of patience. She needs to help you grow up, okay? Thank you for this. This is real life.
Stan pushed us so hard on defense that we would stop a team from making any points, actually. We wanted the biggest in, now I lose this. We send where is it? Anyway, we won the 7 games by Madison Square Garden. We played 7 teams there and beat all 7 of them by more than 20 points.
Mel Hutchins came from Southern California. He's lived in the San Diego area for a number of years. Roland Minson, who joked that once upon a time he didn't even want to go to BYU, wound up going. He now lives in Wyoming. They brought these guys down for the West Coast Conference game, and those guys played together. Mel Hutchins said earlier to media that he didn't want to be nominated unless his teammate was. Mel was a big guy, a forward who was drafted number 2 in the NBA draft back in 51-52, and Roland Minson was drafted 15th, and he was his point guard. Nothing fancy here for BYU. The Cougars got an 86-72 win against visiting Portland, led by 24 with 9 minutes left. Portland kind of came back. BYU was a little sluggish at both ends of the floor. Turned out to be a 14-point win, but big story of the night is BYU ends that 2-game losing streak from last week. The Cougars had to sit for a week. Brandon Davies and Tyler Hawes, a combined 21 of 31 from the field and 51 points. 26 assists on 34 made baskets tonight. BYU shot 59%. Craig Cusick, Matt Carlino, both 7 assists apiece to kind of spur that on. Craig Cusick was back in the starting lineup, first time since December 21st, so he goes back in. They move Brock Zylstra back down to the power forward spot to match up with Ryan Nicholas of Portland. 7th different starting lineup BYU's used this year, but now they're 18-8, 8-4 in the West Coast Conference. Really big week next week for the Cougars. That rescheduled game with Utah State is on Tuesday. Thursday, BYU will play out at St. Mary's, which is one of the, probably obviously the second best team in the West Coast Conference. So I'm Jason Franchuk here with all Richard Teasdale's fans. Richard Teasdale, we got the numbers in the sky. Bring on the highlights.